Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your morning is going great. Mine is, and holy crap, it's time, guys. You've wanted it for so long. The best Overwatch League haircuts. Now listen, guys, there's so many good haircuts in the Overwatch League. There is levels to this shit. I have compiled my list of the absolute best haircuts in the Overwatch League, and I formatted my list into tiers. We have tier 3 to tier 1. Tier 1 being the best and tier 3 being the worst. We're going to go through all of them today, guys. If you guys are excited that you finally got the video, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel for more daily Overwatch League content, and lastly, do not forget to tune into the talk show tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific with Baby Bay and Manitin. We're going to be talking anything and everything Overwatch League. Link will be down below for that. And now, guys, let's go ahead and hop into the video. So starting it off with tier 3, guys, we have some really good haircuts, but not quite the best of the best. They're just really good. The first guy we have is Space from the Los Angeles Valiant. Now, Space has a good head of hair on him, and he's also a good looking dude. I ain't gonna lie about that. He kind of goes for that really casual, messy look, and it works really well with him because he's usually kind of scruffy. He's got a beard or a mustache growing, so I think Space has definitely got a good head of hair. He was close to making it into tier 2, but he just didn't cut it. There's some much better haircuts. Now moving on to the next player, we have Sleepy from the San Francisco Shock, who kind of goes for the similar look that Space is going for, that messy, casual, I'm not trying too hard to look, but still it's brushed and it looks clean. He's gone through a few hair color changes. I really do like the one he's rocking now, which is the black look. I think it matches his theme and name really well, so good selection there coming out from Sleepy. Now moving on to the next player, we also have another San Francisco Shock guy. It's gonna be Super. Now Super's hair is really clean. I love it. It's in between that long but also still kind of short phase, and you can do a whole lot of things with it. You can brush it to the side, you can brush it back, you can just lay it in front of your face and be casual. Overall, it really matches the shape of his head, and I think he's got something going great. Now moving on to the next guy, we have Nack from the New York Excelsior. I figure a lot of people would have expected me to at least put him in tier 2. Well, I was close to it, but I feel like everybody else I put in tier 2 really deserves to be up there. I feel like he just has that standard Korean haircut, same as all the others. The only thing he does is really change up the color a lot, and he also has a nice pair of glasses that really bring out the contrast in his face. But that doesn't have much to do with his hair, and again, I think it's just kind of that same Korean look. It's a nice set of hair, don't get me wrong, but it's similar to all the other Koreans, which we're going to start moving into them. We now have Fury from the London Spitfire, who again, he has a nice set of hair. It's a little bit more messy than Jonax. Jonax is kind of that cleaner look, but it's still that original Korean style, where it's just at like the eyebrows, and then it's kind of cleaned up and short on the sides. It's definitely in for Korean players right now. Moving on to the next one, we have Birdwing from the London Spitfire 2. Also very similar cut to Fury, so he's going to make it into tier 3. Then moving on to a different style, we have Cool Matt from the Houston Outlaws. Now Cool Matt goes for that longer look, the one where you really want to brush it back all the time and have like volume at the top. Very similar to my hairstyle. I really like this one. I think it's clean. Unfortunately, it's not as good as some other people rocking this haircut in the Overwatch League, which we are going to get to them later on this list, but still a good set of hair there for Cool Matt. Moving on to the next, we have Mickey from the Dallas Fuel. Again, another standard kind of Korean Asian cut, but I do like the colors he chooses. He goes really wonky with like random pink or purple or blue, and it's really a refreshing look. I like it coming out from Mickey. Now moving on to the last player in the tier 3, we have Note from the Boston Uprising. I love the look that Note goes with. It's kind of the same as Sleepy, but it's a little more like messy, and you don't know what to expect from it. It's either going to be like, sometimes it's just really curly and off to the sides, sometimes it's a little bit in his face. I love the look Note goes for here. He's been growing out really long lately, and I hope he continues to do so because it's looking good. But that is going to wrap up the tier 3 list for haircuts in the Overwatch League. Let's go to move on to tier 2 now. And I think this is where a lot of the players start to take it to the next level. You can tell they're trying really hard, or there's just something unique about them compared to the ones in tier 3. So let's start it off. We have EQO coming from the Philadelphia Fusion. Now, I talked about Cool Matt earlier and that style of haircut where you really want to brush it back. It's long and you go for that volume. You want it to go high in the air. Again, very similar to mine. Also, I think EQO rocks this perfectly. He has it down to a T. It's so clean. Cool Matt goes for a little more of the messy look, while EQO really just nails that classy looking slick, I'm the man type of look, if you know what I'm talking about, like in the 70s or 60s, whatever era that was. I really like EQO's haircut, and that's what earned him a spot on the tier 2 list. Let's go and move on now, and we're going to be looking at something different here. It's going to be Big Goose from the LA Gladiators. Some of you guys might be surprised, but I actually really dig this haircut, and the reason is I feel like almost nobody in the league would be able to pull this off besides Big Goose. It looks great on him. It's so damn fluffy and curly. He's got that afro look going on. I mean, it must be hard to maintain. I really have big ups here for Big Goose. I love the haircut, buddy. I almost put him in tier 1, but I feel like it wasn't enough. Maybe on the next list we'll have to bump him up, but that's going to be Big Goose for tier 2. Moving on to the next guy, we have another Boston Uprising player, and it's going to be Calyx. Now, Calyx was going to be in tier 3, but then I found this beautiful picture of him on his Instagram, and damn, it just looks clean, man. He looks like James Bond in this bitch. If I saw this man on the street, I'd be scared he's about to take my girl. No joke. I bet Calyx has a very easy time picking up the ladies, if you know what I'm talking about. So there's Calyx on the tier 2 list. Now moving on to the next guy, we have OG from the Dallas Fuel. I really love OG style. He goes for that more like Americanized, like long on the top, brush it back, short on the sides look, rather than like let it hang in your face like the other Koreans. And I think he does a great job with the hair colors he picks, the styles he goes with. I mean, just take a look at this picture. You can see it from the sides, like it's perfectly brushed at a great length. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what picture you look at of OG, it's always like a different hairstyle and they all look great. So he's been doing such a good job with his haircut. Big props to OG from the Dallas Fuel. Now moving on to the last guy in tier 2, we're going to have Bedok from the London Spitfire. Now you guys might be wondering, hey, Bedok's got one of those standard Korean haircuts too. Why isn't he in tier 3 with all his other teammates like Fury and Birdring? Well, I think Bedok does it a little bit different. I mean, just take a look at this picture of him. There's so many different things going on here. He's got multiple layers, multiple colors, and I think it just blends really well with his face shape. I got to put my man's Bedok in tier 2. His haircut is stellar. Just overall, the biggest thing for me is the blending he has, man. There's so many layers in that haircut, and it's more messy than that just standard hang in your face. So that's why Bedok's going to be here in tier 2. But guess what, guys? We're moving out of tier 2, and we're getting to the best of the best of the best, boys. Tier 1 list, here we come. Now you guys know how I said at the beginning of the video there is levels to this shit. I seriously meant it. All the guys in the tier 1 list have been killing it. And this is in no particular order. I think all of these guys are doing an amazing job. And we're going to start off with Fraggy from the Philadelphia Fusion. I love the look coming out from Fraggy. Again, I said this about Big Goose, but I don't think anybody in the league would be able to pull off a man bun like Fraggy. It's so long and luscious. And it's just so suiting for Reinhardt as well. He's like the IRL version of Reinhardt, which is his best hero. Mad props coming out to Fraggy. I think he looks great. Again, the only guy in the league who would be able to pull this off. Now moving on, guys, we have Sabiolby from the New York Excelsior. I'm sure most of you guys knew he would be on this list and pretty high up. And well, it's damn deserved. Look at the hair. The split down the middle is so sick. Almost nobody in the league goes for this look, and he just pulls it off perfectly. Now you guys know how I've been talking about that standard Korean haircut. I really think Sabiolby used that haircut and just took it to the next level with the part. I mean, the man's looks good. If he wasn't married, I'd be swooping up trying to get in them DMs, you know what I'm saying, boys? Anyways, moving off of Sabiolby, let's talk about the next guy, which is going to be Agilities from the Los Angeles Valiant. Now, Agilities, recently his hair has been looking so damn good. Maybe at the beginning of the season it was like a little standard, you know, not the best. But looking at it right now, December 8th, 2018, holy crap, Agilities has been looking good. Without a doubt, he has one of the best head of hairs in the entire league, and the way he styles it is so damn nice, boys. Those little hairs coming down, he's got it in his face, in front of his eyes. He even plays with it in his front of his eyes, guys. That's commitment. You know damn well buddy can't see sometimes, might be messing up a play left and right, but it don't matter because he's got one of the best dudes in the league. So shout out to Agilities. Now moving on, boys, we're getting down to it. We have 3 guys left, and we're going to be talking about Ryu Jahong from the Seoul Dynasty. He's another player like Agilities. His hairstyle was just bald. He barely had any hair at the beginning of the season. Look at this image, guys, and now look at him today. Woo, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Jaehong growing his hair out. He's looking good. I know it's a little long. I thought so at first too. I was like, hey, maybe you should cut it and go back to the short look. But the more you look at it, the more appealing it is and the sicker it looks, man. He's straight out of an anime, ready to take your bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Jaehong looking good. Let's move on now. Of course, you all knew he was going to be on this list. We have Prophet. And yes, he does have that standard Korean look, but like he is the prime example of the standard Korean look. It doesn't get just more bland and just bowl cut style straight around your head, flat in front of your eyebrows than this guy's. Like he saw the haircut and he's like, I'm going to do that the best. I am absolutely going to put that hair on my head. He literally took that Korean haircut and just fucking ran with it, boys. He looks so good, and y'all know I'm in them DMs daily. Now, moving on, boys, we're going to be talking about the very last player on this list, and you already know who it is. It's going to be my boy Raucus from the Houston Outlaws. Now, Raucus, he's got a nice set of hair, man. I don't even know what to say. I think we all knew he was going to be not even hair, man. That boy, he got a fat, you know what I'm talking about, the back of the trunk, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, we're talking about hair here, Michael. Stop getting off track. Raucus has a nice set of hair. He goes for that volume look, the long length, brush it back, and he also changes up the color here and there. He's got highlights, man. He just knows how to dress, and he knows how to style that hair. Big shout out to Raucus. I don't know if he's got the best head of hair in the Overwatch League, but it's one of the best with all the other guys in Tier 1. So this is going to be my list, guys. I really appreciate you all watching this cringy-ass video. Seems like everybody wanted it for so damn long, so I figured, let's deliver it. You know, I saw it on Reddit. I see it in my comment section multiple times, every single video. So here you go. Congratulations, Teku, and everybody else who was wanting this video. Be sure, if you enjoyed this video and you want to listen to me talk more to some Overwatch League players, specifically Baby Bay from the San Francisco Shock and Manitin, who plays for Florida Mayhem Academy, formerly on the Florida Mayhem original Overwatch League roster. We're going to be talking anything and everything Overwatch League tonight on twitch.tv/BeLiveOfficial. Link is down below. Go follow. It's at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. It's going to be an amazing talk show. Please show up and support me, guys. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.